Hey YouTube, it's me Protogenius back with another fun origami tutorial. Today, in honor of Pokemon Go, we're making a Pikachu. So yeah, as you can see, it looks really good. Without a face on it, it looks good. And here's one with a face on it. I think it looks great. So come and follow along.
Alright, so we're going to start out with our regular sheet of square paper here. And we're going to go ahead and fold that in half. And we're going to open that up and fold it in half the other direction. Awesome, okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're going to flip it over. And we're going to fold long ways across corner to corner here. Into both corners. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to take this and we're going to open it up and fold the other direction now. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to open that up and we're going to put our finger in the middle area right here, pushing that inwards, and now we're just going to push these side pieces down inside there. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to fold this line right here into this middle line right there. Just kind of put your thumb down towards the tip of it down in this area down here, and that'll help to keep it from tearing. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to take and do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you get your thumb down inside of there. Just like that. Right down into the tip of it. Down in this area down here. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to take that and flip it over. And do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do this. Pull it into the middle. Right there. Perfect. Just like that. Then we're going to take and do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of roll that up right there. Gently push that piece down inside there. Perfect. Just like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of push this over like this. And do it on both sides. This is just a reference fold we're going to be using here in a second. Alright, perfect. Okay, so that little fold right there is going to help us a ton here. So we're just going to open this up here and get our thumbs down inside. Fold, push it down along that crease that we just made. Now reverse fold these folds that we have established. Right up into the tip. And the same thing up into that point right up there. Perfect. Let's do that. Alright, now we're going to push that down inside. And we're going to open up the other side now and do the same thing. Just like that. Both sides. Awesome, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and flatten that down a little bit for a minute here. And now we're going to do a very similar fold again. We're going to fold this outside line into the middle. And just kind of crease it on over. Just like that. All the way down into the tip. Try to make it look good and uniform at the end here. It might have a tendency to get a little bit sloppy right there, but we'll do what we can. So I'm going to take and fold the other one in. Just like that. Right down into the point of this area here. Okay. So I'll just kind of flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to actually just pick it up off the table for this part. Just kind of crease that on over. Push the end down here. Crease it over. Perfect. Same thing on the other side. Alright, it's 4 sides are like that now. Now you guys, if I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause and back up. You can go back and go over the parts you need to see as many times as you need to. So just kind of open that up now. what we're going to do is we're going to flatten this out, and we're going to use these folds right here. So what we're going to do is now we're going to make the ears, and so I'm going to start on the back side here. Just going to keep your finger up inside of here when you do this part. Grab a hold of this back area right here. Push this upwards, just like that. And then for this back area, the distance between this fold right here, let me get this established a little bit. This fold right here and this point should be the same as this area right here. Just give or take, just get close to it. But that's about how long the ears need to be on Pikachu. And so I'm just kind of going underneath here, and I'm flattening out this area now, right there, just like that. Now we're going to take and get the other side now. So we're going to get our thumb up underneath this area here and make it so it lays down right on top of the other piece so that they're even, so the ears are the same size. And we're just going to flatten this out. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, you see this line that we've made right here. It's already established right down inside of there. We're just going to kind of roll this over and just kind of push so that fold continues all the way down into the point right down there, just like that. And it's just going to kind of roll over, and then just gently crease this down on top right here and lay this triangle shape down right here. Same thing on the other side. You guys will get this. Just kind of put your thumb on this side of it right here where the crease goes to, and just kind of roll your thumb over the top of that right there. Now you're going to kind of push this in right here to where everything is up to the points, and we're going to just kind of lay that over gently. Perfect. Alright, now flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to get inside of here, lay it over, just down to the point right here. And gently crease this down right there. Perfect. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just pick it up right here. Gently crease that line between this point and that point. And we're going to establish that now. Right down inside there. Roll your thumb down inside of it. Perfect. Alright, so now we have our ears made. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and just kind of open up the other parts here on the sides. Here, let me back out for you. Alright, so we're just going to take this and turn it sideways and kind of flatten this area out right here. Do the same thing on the bottom. Make sure that those don't pop out on the sides right there. I'm just going to crease that in. Don't crease the ears all the way out to the tip though. You don't really need to do that because we're going to be fanning those out towards the end of this tutorial here. So I'm just kind of gently flatten this part out right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually make the belly of or the front of our Pikachu. And so we're going to take and we're going to reach up back here. We're going to fold this whole part up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of fold this back, and there's a point right here where this line and this line converge on each other right here. That little tip, that little point right there. We're just going to fold right to that line right here. Perfect. Just like that. Crease it over like that, and then we're going to crease, just kind of put your thumbs down in that area to hold everything down and crease it on over. Alright, perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over and get the tail out of the way here. That's going to be the tail. What we're going to do is, you can see inside of this area right here, we're just going to kind of fold this area back in to where that point comes back. Just like that. A little W shape now, right there. Perfect. Now this is going to be a point of reference we're going to use here in a second. So now we're going to make his little legs. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to open it up, and we're going to make a fold back from this point right here up to 1/4 of an inch from where these lines meet up right here. So just right here, lay that on over, right up to 1/4 inch in that area, right there. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push this piece over on that side and do the same thing on the other side right here. Just kind of lay that on over. Lay it over. Right up to 1/4 inch on the top up here. And so now it should be pretty even when we flip it over on the other side, to where these pieces should be about the same distance. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to do his little legs. And so we're just going to flip this over again, flatten that out. We're going to make a fold from here over to the middle area up here. Fold that on over. Just like that. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of push that on over. And lay it down right there. Perfect. Just like that. Try to keep these areas right here good and sharp for his little feet. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold back and make a line to this middle reference point that we made. Right down inside of there. Just going to crease it to where it matches up with that line. Right from here to that line right there. Just going to lay that on over. Like that. So we're going to take and just do the same thing on the other side. Push it over. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take that middle piece right here and just kind of fold it backwards. Right there. What we're going to do is we're going to take and pull the legs apart now and just kind of push that piece down inside. And just let the folds just kind of reestablish themselves right there. Just kind of push that down inside. Perfect. And now if we flip it over, you'll see we have most of our Pikachu shape on the body now. So we're going to take that now, and we're going to do some work on the tail now. So on the tail, we're going to fold this back down, and we're going to do a really similar fold to what we did before. We're going to take this area down, just a little bit down below where the ears are at right here. At the top, I'm going to fold that over and just crease this down right here. Now we're going to reverse fold these creases right here. Just like that. Crease it in all the way up to the tip of it. Right there, perfect. We're going to do a fold just like we did on the other side, right here. Just going to kind of flatten that out gently. Flatten this out all the way up into the tip of his little hand there. Right there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold this over. Just like that. Reverse folding all the way down. And then just get your thumb inside of that area and flatten this out right there. It goes right down into the tip of his hand. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of flip him around now. And we're going to do some work on the top of his head here. So you're going to pull the ears apart for this, and then pinch right down here to keep the ears from coming back together for a second. And we're going to fold this area over. That's going to be the size of where his head is at, right there. And we'll pull that back out for a second, and we're going to go to the back area here. And we're going to fold from the very tip of his head all the way down into this little area right here where everything meets up. I'm going to fold backwards on that right there. Just like that. Kind of fold a nice solid little line right there all the way back down. Just like that. And don't worry if everything lays perfectly on this area up here on the side of the arm. I'm just going to kind of fold that down and along to where this goes right down along this midline here. Fold it back right there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of grab this area right here. Fold it back on the midline. Just like that. Perfect. Now it's mostly to that little point right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to kind of flatten this. We're going to bring up this part right here, and we're going to flatten this area out. Just like this. To where it meets up. Just like that. Right there. Right there. And right there. Just kind of get, you know, just, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'd say it's about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch right in the middle of that area, from the tip of the head down to that point where they converge in the middle. Just kind of fold that back right there. Now we're going to flip his little tail up right here, and you can see his little hands right here. And so we're going to take and we're going to push this hand area back. We're going to crease this back farther now from where it was. We're going to do the same thing on the other side right here. We're going to take and grab the front of his hand and just kind of push it in like that. Same thing on the other side. Just kind of grab that right there and push it on over right there, just like that. He's got his little hand sticking out on the sides now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take and we're going to grab that area in the middle. We're going to open up the ears again, and then we're just going to push that back down again where we folded it over to begin with. That area should be established now. Now, it might want to pop out again on you. Don't worry, we'll just put it back the way it was because the ears are going to change, so it won't want to flatten that area. It won't want to push things out anymore after we do the ears. And so, what we're going to do now is the tail. So we're going to go back to the tail here. And we're going to make a little crease from the middle area right here. And we're going to kind of, first we're going to open this up here and kind of make it fold downwards. So I'm going to kind of get underneath his tail here and flatten it out. You can see that. I'm just going to kind of make a fold right there. Going to crease this in. It's not going to be quite parallel with everything else here. Making a V-shaped fold. I'm going to do this real quick so you guys can see what I'm doing. So just kind of like this. So here's the side piece that we made, and then there's our little V-shaped fold that we're going to make in the middle. So we're just going to kind of pull this over and get our finger up on the inside of this area right here and crease it on over to where it matches the other side now. Just like this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to do a reverse fold from that one. We're going to kind of get our finger on top of it and make another V. Get our fingers on both sides. Kind of pinch it. We're going to do a reverse of what we just established on there. Just like this. Just like this right here. So you can see what's happening right there. So we're just kind of making another little fold down inside right here. So we're going to flatten that out. And we're going to take and now that we've got those folds established, we're going to do the same thing. Just going to go make another V-shaped fold right here. So we're going to fold that down inside right there. And then last but not least, we're going to do this one more time, and we're going to flip. This is the bigger part of his tail here. Right here. If you can see how we just did that right there. We just kind of put our finger on top of it and put both fingers on both sides and just pinched it down inside of there, just like that. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that whole tail area and we're just going to kind of push it right back up against the back of our Pikachu now. And then we're going to wrap his little arms around the front of him, right here. That should hold everything in place now. So you're going to need to pinch this area back here. Just kind of get it to stay in the right spot. Just going to pinch this area right here. Now we're going to lay his little arms down right here. 1, 2. There's a fat little Pikachu. Now we're going to work on his ears. I'm just going to kind of grab up underneath here. Stick your finger down inside of his ear. And then put your finger on the back side and pinch on both sides right here. And we're going to pull his ear down flat like this. Get down the side of here. Just like this. I'm going to flatten that out now. Right there, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just get our thumb inside of there and finger on both sides right here. Just like that. And flatten it out and twist it at the same time. Just like that. Now we've got our little Pikachu almost done, but we got to do one little thing to the body to make everything look the right shape. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to make a V fold right here on the front of his face. Now the way I normally do this is I just kind of grab him by the tail here, and I grab him by the sides of his little body, and I flatten him out like this to where he looks like he's kind of getting bent backwards now. Just like that. And I'm going to take and I'm going to get my finger up inside of his head here. And just kind of roll that out there and pinch on both sides where his little chest is at. Just kind of flatten this area out right here. And we're going to make a fold on this side right here. So it pulls back a little bit from this point. So he has a little bit of a cheek right there. Roll it down inside. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just kind of roll it down there. Just like that. Flatten it out. You can see now. And you push this little rib cage back right there. And you can even round this area if you want to, just a little bit like this. But this is the part that you really need to establish where his little face is at. Just like that. Perfect. He's got his little legs right there. And if you roll his arms forward all the way now, they might actually pull a little farther forward now, because of the way that we rolled his body. And now we have our little Pikachu. He is done. Now he can stand up if you go ahead and you can take the back of his little legs right here. And I'm going to actually roll this down a little bit right here. Make a little fold all the way back to the tip of his toes. Right there, just like that. You see how I did that? So I'm going to take this area right here, I'm going to flatten that out. I'm going to roll this out to the tip of his toes. Just like that. And I'm going to crease this back down inside like he was before. And that should give him the shape he needs to stand up underneath. Just like that. Put his little legs forward. And that's how you make a Pikachu.
Alright, well I hope you guys had fun watching that tutorial. I know I had a great time making it. I love this Pokemon. It's the best one out there. I've looked all over. It is so good. Anyways, yeah, you guys, keep an eye out. I've got a lot more really good videos coming in the next little while. If you haven't seen my Pokeball yet, go check out the Pokeball, because the Pikachu fits in the Pokeball. It's awesome. Anyway, yeah, you guys, come make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Make sure to keep an eye out for the giveaways that we have. And I will see you guys next week.